Hey guys, Forex Class from BK Forex. Welcome to our Forex Daily Technicals for 10/9/13. As always, trading foreign exchange on margin carries a high level of risk may not be suitable for investors. I ask you to read this disclaimer very carefully to understand all the risks associated with trading on margin. Seek advice from an independent financial advisor if you have any doubts. Let's take a look at the charts. Eurodollar today obviously rejected off the 36 yesterday. Could not hold the 36, and today we're starting to really fail. We took out 35.50s, really approaching the 35 level. Mainly not so much negative Euro news, but primarily sort of a delayed post pro Yellen move on a dollar. Dollar taking a little bit of profit taking. I think the market is sort of coming to terms with the idea that there will be some sort of a deal, that they will salvage the budget negotiations, and that's giving dollar a little bit of a boost as we start the day. We'll have to see how 35 really looks like it wants to be tested in early North America here. The key question is how well we're going to hold around here. The really big hold is going to be the 34.50. That's the key level from which was the congestion level from which we broke out to the 36s. So we are definitely coming up to test some very important support levels. I would say 35 pretty much is a given, but 34.50 is probably going to be a pause for the market unless we get some very serious and furious selling into the euro dollar as the day proceeds. Dollar yen, the exact opposite. We had a big recovery, but 97.50 still caps for the time being. Although with the Yellen nomination today, the announcement probably later in the day, it should be able to push us through to 97.50. We'll see if 98 for now is going to be the big cap. On the long run, though, you have to assume that this is sort of a dead cat bounce for the time being. Dollar yen pretty much found support around this 97 level, but in order for it to really negate its negative bias, it really needs to come up to 98 and hold 98, close above 98 in order for us to sort of negate all of this massive distribution that we've seen over the last several weeks. Pound really got crushed today. Pound is probably the biggest mover to the downside, and the pound got crushed today badly because we had very bad UK economic data, the first kind of spoil that we've had in, I guess, several months. And the profit taking in the pound now becomes very clear. The 60, we had a move through 61s, take out 62s. Yesterday was a sort of a push towards the 61s. We couldn't hold it, came back down, and now effectively 62.50 is the reigning top. It's essentially almost a head and shoulders distribution here with 59.50 as a key support level. Beyond that is 59. And really that puts us all the way towards the gap at 58.50. Bottom line to me, I think, is if we give 59.50, the move all the way out to unwind to perhaps around 58.50, very much in the cards for cable as it starts to really weaken out. This actually calls into action, of course, all the cable crosses. You can see euro pound strengthening, but mildly because euros is kind of weakening. Just a little bit of a strength here. The more interesting trade here is, I wonder if I have it on my list. What's really been strengthening, let me just run through this manually. And this brings me up to my last cross of the day. The pound odd. The Aussie's really been strengthening against the pound. We're now at this very critical support level of 66, basically 66.70 right over here. The lows here around 67.50 are very key, and if those are given, it opens up a run all the way out to 6,500. So distribution on pound odd is quite strong. Aussie just generally strong all across the board. It's benefiting, I think, from the fact that, sorry, this is the wrong currency pair. The Aussies is sort of benefiting the fact from the ease of risk aversion, ironically enough, at this point. And now we're still holding above 94.50. The pro dollar moves have capped some of this rally, but still Aussie looks like it really wants to head towards the 9500s, whether today or tomorrow. And certainly Aussie remains very strong on the crosses as you get this relief that perhaps the U.S. situation will be solved, growth continues, Aussie basically keeps its rates at the current posture level and doesn't decline. Very big event in front of us tonight is going to be the Aussie employment data. If that proves negative, that could really put a wrinkle into this rally and effectively create a double top here. If that proves positive, it could bust us through the 95 level, which could be very positive. So watching the other key pair to watch here. Where's my Euro Aussie? I'm going to have to do this again manually. Look at a Euro Aussie trade. Similar kind of a story as the pound Aussie, really, really holding tight at these levels here. And in my opinion, the low here at around basically around 41.50, somewhere around there. A break here opens up a complete distribution all the way down to the 140s. So definitely worth watching. And the Aussie seems to be the stealth story of the night, while cable is clearly the weakest link in the pairs today. Wishing you guys the best of luck, the best of trading. FOMC minutes coming up, Yellen appointment coming up, and of course, all eyes on Washington, D.C. as we open up North American session.